That's happened like many times. And also the same answer, like we're in the airport and then like, you know, you can see that we have like personal time. We want to enjoy our time. So like don't disturb us. But if we like accidentally like, oh, and then like, again,
Yeah, if
maybe
like
you might can come and talk.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for the comments.
We're gonna
on
have
this.
a side. We're gonna have a side, like a little bit, like even tiny, a little bit side, like, and look like in the eye, like just 1 second.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the One Night in Bangkok podcast. If you guys are new here, my name is Eric. I come all the way from Boston, USA. I've been living here in Thailand for 5 years now. This week, we've got a few friends joining us. Before we get into it with them, I want you guys to go check out our new Clips channel. If you don't have time for the full episodes, or if you just want to see some fun clips throughout the week, we've got some good like 5-minute videos on there. So I will link down to that below. Go and check that out. Also, I want to shout out Earn here because it is her birthday this week.
Hey.
So if you want to go buy her a drink for her birthday, I'm going to put the buy me a coffee link down below. And while I'm at it, actually, if you want to buy any of us a drink, go use the link below. We really appreciate it if you want to support the channel. Tonight, we've got a few friends. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Dream. I am like 30 right now, but my face is not that 30, I think.
And
My name's Jason. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and 29.
I was telling Jason before, when he told me he was from Detroit before, I think him and Eminem are the only two people that have ever made it out of Detroit.
Which is funny, bro, because when I tell people I'm from Detroit, in Thailand especially, they have no idea,
Right.
you know, what I'm talking about. So I go,
Hopefully they don't look up videos of
Yeah.
what it looks like now.
yeah, but I go, you know Eminem, right? Eminem. They're like, no, like the rapper Eminem, like same city. It's like exactly what I say to everybody, and they still don't really put it together, but it's funny. I don't know. Not too many people make it out of Detroit, I guess.
Yeah. And sitting next to Jason, we have Earn back again, everybody's favorite.
Yes.
Cool. So, Earn invited you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't think I knew you, but we figured out, Jason, that I kind of met you once, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
And Dream, I don't think I've met you before.
No, I don't think.
No. So, Dream, let's start with you. So, how long have you been living in Bangkok? Where are you from?
I'm from Phetchabun. Like, it's kind of not, but it's in the middle of Thailand.
Really? Not many people in Bangkok are from that part of Thailand, I think.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you come to Bangkok originally?
Because I like life in Bangkok is better.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of friends. Like we can go out and we can buy things really easy.
Is it common for people in your hometown to want to move to Bangkok, or do most people want to stay in the hometown with the family?
Most of the people like want to stay in the hometown. Like not much of my friend that moved to Bangkok. It's kind of like 10 or 12 people that moved to Bangkok.
Okay. But it's probably easier to make money in Bangkok, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier. Like everything is so convenient.
Okay. And Jason, how long have you been here?
Been here almost 2 years now.
Okay. And I'd ask why you wanted to move to Thailand, but if you're coming from Detroit, I think I'd move to Afghanistan from Detroit.
Yeah.
Inside that other car there, a green Grand Prix, and then she grabbed a gun from under her skirt and started firing. As the driver tried to get away, he runs over another man who was on the ground there.
It's the reason why I came. Actually, I came here the first time during COVID. And the reason why I came here during COVID is because my mom had just passed. She lost her battle with addiction, and I was going through a really rough time and blamed myself a lot for it. So I had to get out, and I had met a friend through online poker who told me, hey, like come check out Thailand. And so I did. I came here for, I want to say almost 2-3 months, maybe the first time. A lot of crazy stories happened the first few months I was here. The first night I went to jail here, actually, ever in Thailand.
Really?
And the last week I was here, I ended up getting in a motorbike accident and messing my face up a bit and lost a tooth, and so
Wow.
I went back to America.
Wow.
A lot of people have these stories where they have this trip to Thailand, like 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever.
Yeah.
A bunch of crazy stuff happens,
Yeah.
and they say, you know what? I want more of that. I'm going to move here.
Yeah, it was never in the plans to move here. It's basically what happened was, you know, I was finally just getting over my mom's death back in America, and you know, everything was starting to look up. But then my best friend and brother died 2 years ago. he was drunk driving and got in a like singular vehicle car accident. And I just, at that point in my life, like I had no, like I was on a path of self-destruction basically.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get out of America, I didn't value my life whatsoever, that, you know, something probably bad was going to happen, you know, self-inflicted or, you know, just from being stupid and out there, you know, putting myself in harm's way. So I made the decision to come back to Thailand, and, you know, it was probably the best thing I could have done back then because, you know, it probably saved me a bit, you know.
Yeah, so I didn't know that until you just explained it,
yeah.
but I'm not surprised because a lot of people end up here because they want some change in their life or they feel like where they are is a really negative environment. And I think sometimes foreigners get a bad rap because some people will say, oh, it's because you couldn't make it in your home country or you're running away from something. But honestly, I think sometimes people just need a change. They need a new environment. They need more positive influences around them. And if that means flying to the other side of the world, sometimes that's what you have to do.
No, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, especially in America. I mean, there's not a lot to do in America. You're kind of stuck in your own head a lot there, especially during the winter months. And Thailand definitely, it was healthy and unhealthy at the same time because the problem is when I first got here, I just, you know, dove into the bottom of a bottle, dove into women and partying, the club scenes, so on and so forth. And maybe it wasn't the healthiest way to, you know, mourn and get over what I had to do to, you know, get my mental state back to a healthy point. But it definitely took everything that I was trying to put into like mourning and grieving and depression and kind of like put into other things I could put my energy into, even though they weren't that healthy. But it definitely, that's why I'm still here basically, because it probably would have ended very poorly if I stayed back home.
Do you feel like, because we had Paul Lee, who's another American, on here recently. What do you think about like the cultural environment in America right now? Did that affect you at all in your decision coming here, or was that not really part of it?
No, I mean, okay. So as far as America goes right now, like, I don't agree with the whole like cancel culture. I don't agree with the whole more than one sex, like male, female. Like, it's only like. Hopefully, I don't get canceled for this shit either. But
I was gonna say you don't believe in cancel culture, but you're about to get canceled.
No, but I'm saying like, yeah. You know what I mean, but yeah, it's man and female in America. That there's a lot of mental illness going on right now.
I love asking like Thai people like these silly questions, like Erin, what's your pronoun? What's your pronoun? Like they don't even register the question.
And that's the big problem with America right now is everybody's so like there's so much mental illness going on around this like you know LGBTQ plus now, and it's not that like your pronouns, all this stuff. It's such bullshit, honestly. In my opinion.
I think we've come full circle because I was actually, so it's the start of June, Pride Month.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't care, whatever, you know, I really don't care. I've had gay friends. Actually, my first college roommate was gay, which that's a whole other situation. That's a whole other situation. But it's weird to me that now this whole Pride Month thing has come full circle, and now it's like Christmas in the US.
Yeah.
So Christmas used to be like a very religious holiday, but now it's more about consumerism and shopping and everything. Yeah. And now when you go through Bangkok, it's like all of the shopping malls have turned this Pride Month thing into a reason to basically attract customers. So when you go by N-Sphere, they've got like all these decorations, this giant gorilla with a pride flag and this and that. And I think it would be hard to say, like, honestly, that these corporations really give a shit about, you know, your personal struggle.
They're capitalizing on it 100%.
Yeah, I think they just want you in their door and spending money. So it's kind of sad in that sense that that's kind of what it's turned into, but whatever. Yeah. Rant is over. You can cancel me now too.
Well, the thing too, like, okay, people always ask me as an American, and all they think about Thailand, ladyboys, ladyboys, transgender.
But see, so as an American, because you just said all this stuff, and some people are going to say like you're anti whatever.
Right.
But how do you feel about ladyboys?
So when I first came here, bro, I knew nothing about it. I didn't even know Thailand was big for ladyboys. You know, I didn't know that was a thing here.
You only make that mistake once.
No, so, but even back home, like I don't mind gay people. I don't mind, you know, you have your own preference, you know, I don't mind if you're transgender. I don't mind any of that stuff. But the problem is back home, it's people like the men there that turn into women. They don't really go with it all the way, I guess. Like they're still like wearing makeup and mustaches, and you know they say they're a woman. They don't agree that they're biologically a man. But at least in Thailand, okay, they say the word ladyboy. Like a ladyboy in Thailand won't say no, I'm a woman. They'll tell you ladyboy. They know what they are, and they're committed to it. and they understand. Okay, they were born a biological man, but in America, like I said, I feel like it's a mental illness, bro. Like they have all these different pronouns and all these arguments and all these college campuses and all this bullshit that like, bro, I hope that doesn't ever reach this part of the world, because it's just, that's another big reason why I'm not in America right now. I don't agree with any of that.
It is very strange here. It's strange how here it's kind of just chill and nobody really cares. But in America, it's such like a hostile thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you ask a ladyboy here, like in my experience, if you ask a ladyboy, are you a woman? I find that most of them will either say, no, I'm not a woman, or no, I'm ladyboy, or they'll say some version of that. Like they're not gaslighting you that, you know, whatever. And I appreciate that. You know, do your thing, whatever.
Because here's we're more like, you know, open, and like it seems for me it's very normal, and like I have lots of gay friends or LGBTQ, but I don't think that Thai people know the difference. Like, you know, when they in terms of LGBTQ, they don't know like, okay, this girl and girl, boy and boy. Sometimes it's so many things. It's very confused, but they're very like open mind and accept about that.
All right, Ern, I got a question for you. When it comes to tomboys, first, can you explain to everyone what is a tomboy? Because I had never heard of this until I came to Thailand.
It's like transgender, like for tomboy, but sometimes tomboy they don't do like, you know, surgery, like the operation on that part.
So you have to be specific. A tomboy is a
girl,
biological female.
Yeah, biological female.
Yeah.
But that's my question is, are they trying to be transgender, or is it just their style is more masculine?
It's like we in Thailand we have both. Like some of them are also try to like be transgender, like to do that part. Yeah. But some just like, you know, just wear all the outfit,
like
look
like
a guy. Yeah, and that's it.
Will a tomboy go into a men's bathroom?
Men bathroom, no. They can go to the women bathroom, and we don't mind that. We have no problem.
Yeah.
Or even ladyboys come to our women bathroom.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Like we are like friends. We're like girl. Like, you know.
Yeah, I probably know the least about the tomboys, but I have dated girls who have told me previously they've dated tomboys.
Just gonna comment
that's
on
very
that, bro.
common here.
Yeah. Well,
And you know what? Have you noticed this? That the tomboys always have the hottest girlfriends.
Yeah.
Always.
I was just gonna comment. They do, by the way. But I was also gonna comment. Actually, a lot of the girls that I've like not dated but casually seen in Bangkok that are smoking hot now were once tomboys back in their hometowns, or you know, when they were younger. And I don't know why. Like, every girl I talked to was once a tomboy in their younger stages, and now that they're older, they're beautiful, gorgeous Thai women. And I really want to know if you guys can give me an answer on why that is. Probably, why do they start as tomboys and then, you know, blossom into these beautiful Thai women?
On that time, like when we are in high school, like you have like a lot of girlfriends, and you just think like, okay, maybe if they are like, I think on that time it's about the generation, our generation. Like I mean, my generation. It's feel like when you.
Well, I mean, what generation is that? Like the World War II era? You're not that old. I'm older than you.
I mean, on that time, like 90s or something.
Okay.
So when you are in the high school, you want to be like popular. If you are like tomboy or something, you're gonna have like a lot of fan club. That is like a girl, and they're gonna like you, and it's fun.
Would you think that a lot of girls are a lot of like tomboys, or girls become tomboys back then because they are attracted more to the Thai girls than the Thai guys? Is that a factor, or would you say it's not such a factor?
No, I think on that time, maybe they don't know yet like what they want.
Oh, okay.
Like me too. Like I just try to be, maybe I like a girl, or maybe I like guys. I don't know yet on that time because we are still young. And we just like want to try something. Like let's see. Like if I like girl, okay. If I like boy, okay.
And I would say like if you get back to like 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, that time in Thailand, the smartphone or social media is not like, you know, boom or like popular. So once and also that's make like people not that open with the gender, like new gender that much. But when we started, we start to found out that we like it's just about love, like it doesn't matter if you're a tomboy, and that's why tomboy or gay is getting popular. Because actually if you get back to like 10 years ago, if you're a ladyboy, someone really gonna blame you, gonna like say bad words to you, like, oh, you're a ladyboy, oh, you're a tomboy, you try to be a man. They're bullying. So I think the way that we have social media, the way they have like more things, like more connection, like connect with around the world. So we're like, oh, okay, it's not just only Thailand, also America, other country also have. So then it's okay to be tomboy. That's the reason.
I think the ladyboys get a bad rap because a lot of the ladyboys foreigners come across is a small percentage that don't always act the best. You know, like the ones on Soy 11 or around there. You know what I mean? The ones that grab you or try to whatever. But
Yeah.
you know, if you're in Bangkok, you probably see ladyboys all the time that are just kind of like living a normal life, normal people, like
Yeah.
your server at a restaurant or working at the hotel or whatever. So anyway, no hate to the ladyboys, just the ones that grab you when you don't want to be
love
grabbed. So Jason, I also found out something interesting about you. You have an interesting job.
I do have an interesting job, very interesting. I play poker full time, and have some poker income on the side as well. Basically everything related to poker, but outside of Thailand though.
Right, because
Nothing
in Thailand it's illegal.
It's illegal.
And you would
yes.
never do anything illegal in Thailand.
Never do
Yeah.
anything, not
But
one single thing illegal.
But I saw your picture, and we were in Cambodia at the same time for a World Poker Tour.
Yeah, you mentioned that
Yeah,
earlier.
but you played in the series.
Yeah, the series that I played in, the WPT, the first event I actually cashed for the mystery bounty. Actually, second place, it was like
Oh, wow.
$40,000. But then proceeded to fire a bunch of other events, and it didn't go that well. The main event I fired probably 5 bullets into at 3,500 a piece. Couldn't find a bag.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, man. My friend actually got second in the WSOP main event, Tony Miles. I don't know if you remember him in 2018 for like 5 million, but he was with me at that event as well. Like we traveled to Cambodia together, and he fired maybe 8 bullets or 9 bullets and didn't find a bag. So I know we just ran very poorly at the end of the trip. So, but yeah, I mean, it's still lucrative, but it's just poker can be a
It's
love-hate
brutal.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you know, you said you were there playing cash. So
Yeah. Yeah. I like. What did you think of Cambodia though, compared to Thailand?
I'm not a huge fan of Cambodia. I feel like Cambodia is like going back in time 30 years.
Yeah.
And there's some very beautiful Cambodian women, but I prefer Thai women definitely over Cambodian women. And the party scene there is not that great. I prefer
Right.
Thailand over Cambodia by far.
Yeah, it's basically what you said. It's like going back in time 30
Right.
years. So it's kind of weird when you come from such a modern, well built out city now to, there they
Phnom
don't have any
Yeah.
like public transportation, and the infrastructure is not that great, and even like things like crime, like from my hotel, and I was staying at like a nicer hotel, but
Right.
outside I heard some screaming one night, and I saw 3 women like beating up another woman and taking her bag.
Really?
Women. So yeah. So but it's not bad to go to for like a weekend or a week or whatever, especially if you have to do a visa thing.
Yeah, if you have to do a visa run, it's actually a perfect place to go because it's so close.
And if you like poker,
And if you like poker
or you're a
gambling,
degenerate gambler,
Yes,
either
How
or.
about, how about Laos? Because I've also have some of my friends who like a poker player, and like Laos is it good?
I've never had Laos pop up on any schedules or anything. So usually if I have to do visa runs or, I'm in the mood to go fire some tournaments, I try to find events that line up with the date that I have to leave Thailand.
What about Vietnam? How does poker work there?
So Vietnam, cash is illegal. They do have casinos, but only for foreigners. But the tournaments are completely legal because the government considers it a skilled game and not gambling. However, when we were actually
And then there's you firing 5 bullets on this other tournament.
well, no, there was, that we don't talk about that. That's in the past now. It's done. No, but I was in Hanoi recently. Actually, Dream was with me, and we went and fired the APT in Hanoi.
Yeah.
And because the APT, we were like day 3 of the main events. I had just busted, but the final 45 ended up going on to day 4. And the government came in and completely shut down the entire event, seized all the money, seized like everything.
Really?
like,
Why?
Locked the doors basically. Because apparently this is just, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a pure, what's the word?
Hearsay.
No, not hearsay. Like, so apparently the government didn't like the fact that they were accepting crypto as payments. And crypto is illegal in Vietnam, supposedly. This is what I'm hearing. And they thought that they were money laundering. And so they came in, like the army or whatever came in, the police, and just locked the doors of the place. And APT got in some heat for that. But I think they figured it all out. But the craziest part is, I don't know if you know too much about tournament poker. They made the final 45 players ICM chop the tournament. The main event in first place was almost $500,000.
Yeah.
So the ICM chopped the entire final 45, which has never been done in history of
So what that means, correct me if I'm wrong, based on how many chips you have, or how many
independent chip model, right?
So in a tournament, we're getting really nerdy now. I promise we're gonna move on in a second. Okay, poker tournaments work. Everyone gets the same amount of chips,
Correct.
And then basically people get eliminated, and whoever is left at the end wins.
Correct.
And you're saying it ended with 45 people still left, which
so
is a
the
lot.
final day you come back with 45 people.
Yeah.
And it was very lucrative for the guy who bagged the chip lead, which means had the most chips at the end of day 3.
Yeah.
Right. So he ended up with 40% of the chips in play, and then you have all the rest of the
So
players.
he got 40% of the money.
Yeah. So basically they figure out the ICM numbers, and then he ended up with the most amount of money, which I think was around $200,000 or $300,000.
I was just thinking when you said that, though, it could be worse. The government could have been like,
yeah,
no, give us all the money.
I don't know exactly what happened with the money from APT and the government side, but I think APT wanted to make it right.
Yeah.
So either way.
Okay. Smart decision.
Yeah. I don't know if they got the money from the government, they seized all of it. I don't know exactly what it was, but we can move on past all this. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Vietnam.
Okay, I'll be a poker player now.
Skill tournaments, no
Like
cash.
lots of information. Let's do it, Dream. Let's go with me.
So I, speaking of Ladyboys in Bangkok, so
We get back to that. All right.
so I didn't, when Erin sent me your name, I didn't know who you
Wait,
are.
why are you correlating my name with Ladyboys again?
I'm gonna tell you. We're going back.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. When Erin sent me your name, I looked at your photo. I'm thinking, I think I know you. And then I saw your tattoos.
Okay.
And I flashed back, and I think, I don't want to say when, but sometime in the recent or not recent past, I think I ran into you at a bar at about 4 a.m. and we were standing at the tables next to each other, and people started coming in and something was happening. I don't know if there was like a fight or something, or I don't remember what's happening.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but yeah, keep going.
It must have been you, no?
I don't know.
Okay.
Was it Lucky?
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, Lucky guy is
Teasing
never a
now.
good thing.
But the funny part was then, I don't even think we said anything to each other. We were just kind of enjoying the atmosphere that is Bangkok at 4:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. Okay. And this girl, or I think she was a girl, I don't know. She looked very beautiful. I'll say that. And she was kind of acting, I don't know if she was dancing crazy or something was going on. And we're like watching her, like, but there's something, I'm not sure if it was off about her or something. And you at one point turned and looked at me. And without saying anything, I thought what you were asking me is that a ladyboy? And I think I went like this. Like, here's the thing. I've been here 5 years. If I'm looking at a girl and I for like a while and I can't tell if she's really a girl, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. I'm just going to let that one go. So I don't know what happened with that or whatever.
Well, I can assure you nothing happened with that. I don't remember because anytime I'm usually at Lucky, I'm probably blacked out by now. But yeah, I can assure you, no, if it was a ladyboy, and like I said, I can typically tell myself as well. But bro, at first glance, especially at 4:30 in the morning when you're drunk
and it's dark in there,
and it's dark and Lucky or wherever you go, you know, it's hard to tell sometimes. But at least I was coherent enough to like maybe like give you the eye look, like, hey bro, like what's up with this? You know?
I was just like, I was looking at her and then I was looking at you and then I was looking back at her and I was like, I'm not going near that. Like that's all you, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing, like, bro, I get it all the time too from Americans. Like, I'll post beautiful women on my stories, right? And people always comment on, like, not to Instagram, but my Facebook, you know, story replies, but oh, all ladyboys, oh, they all have dicks, or oh, this.
Well,
or that.
even Earn gets that on Instagram.
Me
so
too.
many people have been asking. Earn, for the record, let's get real. Look
Like-
into that camera and tell people if you're a ladyboy.
I'm a 100% girl.
I know we get that.
But I
all
love
the
to
time.
hang out with ladyboys, by the way.
Yeah,
And I would say in Thailand, we have the best and the the most beautiful ladyboys in the world.
The original.
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah.
So you said you get this a lot. Will people come up to you like on the street or at a bar or something and ask you, are you a ladyboy?
Yes, most of them are like asking me, sorry, are you a ladyboy? And it's just like, oh, that is rude. Like you asked me like that. Because like a lot of people, but I don't care because all of the ladyboy in Thailand, they are gorgeous.
That's the thing because, what I realized when I came here, I had no idea before I came here, is that Thai women generally, not everybody, are a little more conservative, a little more reserved in the way they dress and the way they act. And coming from America, I would actually say if you're looking at a girl and she dresses or acts like an American girl, there's a good chance she's a ladyboy. That was kind of my guideline when I first got here.
In my opinion, I think it depends on where you're at in Thailand.
Sure.
Right.
But if I go like on the BTS, I don't know. I'm just saying as a general.
Yeah. I could agree with that. But like I said, I think depending on where you're like spending your time in Thailand, like obviously if you're hanging around Soy 11, a lot of those girls are westernized, you know, because they've been hanging out with foreigners a lot. But
what I mean is even now you're so quiet and reserved and not everybody.
You should see her sugar
but many ladyboys like I find the way to tell like ladyboy or a girl is more by the way they act versus the way they look because ladyboys are just much more like animated. I don't know how to explain it.
More like energy, I would say, because like even me, when I party with my friends, even it's all girls, but me, I think I'm the one who be like very like energetics and you know the way I talk.
Like we just have fun. Like,
are you a lady boy? Maybe.
You're pretty tall, right?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't notice when you came in. How tall are you?
168 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty tall though.
Yeah, I mean,
like I
for
think
a
if
Thai
compared
girl.
to Thai people, it's still tall. Like 163.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with this system yet, with the centimeters and the kilograms,
vaguely?
kilos?
Like my rule also is if the girl is taller than me, I'm 174.
Okay.
I'm 174.
Oh, you look taller than that when I first saw you.
That's a red flag. So yeah, not saying I've made that mistake before. In fact, I ended up dating a girl who I 100% thought was a ladyboy at first because she just looked so like stunning, and she was taller than me. So I'm like, there's no way, but it turns out she was a girl. Yeah.
Bro, I had a situation where I met a girl and she was 175 centimeters, but like perfect posture. I'm 181, poor posture, right?
Yeah.
So, but every time I would go out in public with her, especially around Soy 11, and she was, Dream knows what I'm talking about. She was beautiful Thai girl, right? But I know everybody would give me looks, like smirks at me, everything, like they thought she was ladyboy because she was tall for a Thai woman, but she did pageants and things like that and modeling. So, but yeah, it was a bit uncomfortable sometimes, but it's in the past.
But Dream, if they ask you this, personally, I would take it as a compliment.
Yeah, me
because
too.
it means they think you look
beautiful.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all of my friends that are ladyboy, they are really perfect.
Yeah.
I just like, okay,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
good.
happy-
Thank you.
we're
So
happy
that
to
is
hear
mean
that.
I'm gorgeous, really gorgeous, like perfect.
Yeah.
So
As an American coming from America, like it wasn't really too big into the transgender, not too big, but like didn't really support it, right? And coming to Thailand and seeing like, okay, these transgenders here, bro, like the ladyboys here. At first, I started to question myself, bro. I'm seeing these girls out in public. I'm like, oh my god, or on Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, oh, like I'm finding out they're ladyboys. I'm like, oh, they're fucking hot though. Like, especially like I saw this comment on YouTube the other day of this ladyboy video. It was like a short, and one of the guys probably lived overseas was like, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. You know, because he was like a gorgeous girl, bro. But like,
So I'm sure you've used dating apps here before, right?
I've downloaded Tinder before on here. I've never messaged anybody on there.
Oh,
though.
really?
Yeah,
I just
never.
wanted to know if you ever had
Bro,
a
there's too many
situation.
Okay, like, in America, like, okay, I still do okay for myself, but like here, bro, it's like you download Tinder, you make a profile, and it's like you'll get 2,000 likes in like fucking 2 hours.
Like you're giving away all the secrets.
Excuse my
Like,
language, by the way.
Why
So
are you telling
easier.
guys that no, there's no girls here. Don't come here. Stay in your home country. Yeah.
No, come over here. It's better. I'm all for the passport boys movement. Just saying.
So Dream, you say these guys like sometimes they ask you if you're a ladyboy, but do you notice it's only in certain areas? Like, actually, someone sent me a video of you at
Which one?
Pastel eating pasta.
Oh.
You had a great ad for
Yeah.
like Pastel, like eating pasta. I'm gonna put it right here. But Pastel is a cool place. But I'm imagining that around that area, Soy 11 Nana,
Yeah.
you get a lot more of that. Do
Yeah.
you like to go out anywhere else in Bangkok? Where do you like to go?
Before I really like to go like Sing Sing. Yeah, and now it's have a lot of new club that is open. So I just go wherever my friend go because it's like if you go with your friend, it's really fun. you know.
Okay, give me 3 recommendations for places you like now.
The same as Earn that she go like
Yeah,
Baccarat.
at this
Yeah.
moment.
Truth or Dare,
Baccarat.
Long Swan.
Yeah, True or Dare.
Truth or Dare
Yeah, and Sugar.
and Sugar.
Yeah.
Same. At this moment, but we would say like it has like so many clubs. It depends like
Yeah.
what kind of style of man that you're looking for.
Oh, and Anaconda too.
Anaconda is
Yeah.
like
So-
Latino things.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Why do you like Baccarat?
I think first of all is like news, and a lot of my friends like really like to go there. I don't know why too. And it's like it's really new clouds and new music. Like it's kind of like techno house, and they separate like the day is have the day that is hip hop, and it's have the day that techno house, and it's have a lot of new people in there. Like because I always go like to the same club, you know, like Sugar, Sing Sing, but Baccarat is just open, so I just want to see something new.
I think Truth or Dare also just opened one in Tonglaw.
Yeah.
Did you go to that one?
I went to some time, but most of the time, but it's have like only like Thai, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's packed.
And they
So-
close
Yeah.
early too.
Yeah, and it's really
Close
packed.
early. It's not. It's more.
Yeah.
It's
You need
more
to
like a
book,
cocktail bar than it is a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So my friend just had a little experience there. So my friend, who I'm not going to name, he wanted to go out with this girl he had been seeing. He already met up with her a few times, and then he asked like, "Oh, you want to go out tonight?" So, okay, she wants to go to Truth or Dare. Okay. But then she asks at the last second, "Oh, can my gay friend come too?" So now I don't know if you can relate to
Bro,
this.
I can relate to this.
No, because this puts, this is like a really tough situation
It's a
because
touchy subject too.
what happens is the friend maybe will come, but then it's like,
10.
okay, is he going to be around all night? And am I paying everything for him? Or what are we doing? Like, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, and as a man, you can't say anything, bro. Like it's
Right,
like,
right.
especially because you don't want to ruin the chance with a girl. Like,
Right.
I'll have like 4 hot girls coming out with me to the club to join my table, and all of a sudden like, oh, like my gay friends with me, or 2 of my gay friends want to join too, and it's like, you feel pressure to not say no, because then you like,
No, listen, guys, I'm straight saying no. I'm like, see you
Really?
later. See you another night. Yeah.
really.
So what happened was I told him, bro, just tell her another night. Like, forget it. Because I understand they want to hang out, whatever, but it's like not the right time. But he's like, no, I'm just going to go. So he went to Truth or Dare and he's waiting there and they're not showing up. They were like over an hour late and he's getting so annoyed because he's sitting in this place by himself. He
Typical
feels like
Thailand.
everybody's looking at him, even though probably nobody cares. But I know that feeling. Like you feel like, yeah.
Terrible, bro.
So he decides he's going to leave. But as he's leaving, he sees them coming in. But now he doesn't want to talk to them. So he ducks into the bathroom to hide. So they walk in, they're looking for him, but he's hiding. And then when they're not looking, he left. And he went and he met me and we were at Route 66.
How did you end up in
Yeah.
RCA, bro?
Yeah, I know. He went straight to the that's his like honey hole. Yeah.
That's a tough. Is he's tired?
No,
or-
he's like the only white guy there. Yeah,
There's zero English in that place.
that's okay.
There's a, like,
There's a
We don't need to
lot of
talk.
translator.
But what's funny is like an hour or two later, I come out of the bathroom and there's some gay guy by our table. I'm like, who is this? These 2 people that were supposed to meet him, they just decided, oh, let's go to RCA. They went to RCA and they ran into us. So now we're stuck at the table with them. And it was just like the worst thing ever. I felt like, and the guy's looking at me like a hungry dog. Like,
Oh my god.
because I don't know. My friend's like, he's not gay. I get that sometimes. I don't know if you ever got
Wait,
that.
I thought he was a gay guy.
No.
though.
My friend is telling him I'm not gay.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
yeah,
now.
yeah. I don't know if you ever get that. Probably not. But I get that sometimes.
What, of the gay guys like trying to hit on you or
Well,
something? Or like
yeah.
give you those like weird
Or
eyes
like
looks?
maybe even girls sometimes I feel like maybe they're not 100% sure. Yeah. Like Dream, if you never met me, like you just saw me somewhere, what % do you think maybe I'm gay?
I didn't realize where this is going.
0%.
0, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
not look like gay at all.
Because Bottom G was here. I don't know if you know who that is,
I know,
but
yeah.
he was here and he said that I'm a little fruity, like a little
You
bit.
do have so as 100% straight guy.
Yeah.
The one earring, right? The one earring, your bit of your style is could be
That's the thing.
misconstrued.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
mostly guys don't do
Misconstrued.
the.
For me, it's just like style, you know.
Yeah, but
Like
I'm
he
saying he's
didn't act
got
like he didn't act like gay.
no, he doesn't
or
act gay, but I'm saying like at first glance, yeah, I would assume maybe 30%.
Could
I'll
be.
give you-
30%?
Okay, maybe that's
Really?
That's a little
tough.
high,
That's
but
a little
okay.
tough.
Acceptable.
Okay, I'll give you- let me rephrase. Okay, I'll give you maybe 20%.
All right, that's I can
Yeah.
deal with that.
As a foreigner in Thailand,
Yeah,
that does
okay,
like this
sure.
thing. I'm not trying to hoe you, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
I before you guys came on, I said to Ern like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Here we like. All right, so we had sometimes people writing questions and stuff, so I just like to ask people on here. So
I feel bad still.
Dream, this person, I forgot his name, sorry, wrote in on Instagram today. He said with more and more guys coming to Bangkok, he sees them cold approaching girls out in public. That means like he just goes up to them on the street or at the mall or at the BTS station and tries to flirt with them or something. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's creepy or do you think it's cute?
It's creepy for me and it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's because like sometimes like when you want to go out to do something, like I wearing like my airport or something, and it's have like a lot of guys. I can say a lot of guys like touch me like this.
Oh, they touch you?
Yeah,
like,
they like to
hey,
like this.
even I just wearing AirPod because I don't want to talk with anyone. You should know that. And they're just like, okay, they try to look at me. So I just like, okay, no, don't talk to me. And I just like try to look on the phone and everything. So, but they still trying to like, hey, and he's like, oh, here we go. And I just look at him like, you know what? And he's like, oh, what's your name? And he's like, oh, sorry, I don't want to talk right now. And they just still trying to like talk to me. It's kind of like annoying. Like you should see first, like if she insisting on you, you can talk. But if she not, don't.
That is such a girl thing to say, by the way. If she's interested in you, you can talk.
Yeah.
But how do you
though?
know?
Yeah.
So if I didn't look at you, like I know that you look at me, but I didn't look at you back or like this, that is me no.
So wait, look into this camera. And if this is the guy, the handsome guy that you like, how are you going to look at them?
Actually, if I like someone, I'm not gonna look at them.
That contradicts everything.
No, but I just look like if I like just like look at on my phone, right? And if I like that guy, I'm gonna be like, and just look back.
Let
like
me
this.
translate this, guys,
We
because
just-
I know what's going on here. Okay. There is about a quarter-second difference in the amount of time she glances at you of whether she's interested or not. It's only like maximum half a second. So if you get like that little bit of extra look,
Yes.
little bit of extra,
Yes.
then okay, maybe go for it. But if she looks away from you like she just saw the creature from the Black Lagoon,
A throwback to a creature that had existed.
True.
just like don't even bother.
True.
Would you? For me, bro, it's like I feel like it's completely different though. I feel like in the Western world, it's like the quarter-second look that you have to kind of look out for. But here, for me, I was like, there's long stares, bro. Like if you don't get the long
Yeah.
Well, it
stare,
depends where you are too.
yeah. I'm not even saying like,
depends
bro.
on
It could be in
who,
Courtier, it could be anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. I get the long stares.
See, I find that most Thai girls are too shy.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
No, but it's just like we mostly make a little eye contact. If we still stay in the same like where we stay and like look at you a little and then like
No.
that's me
Yeah.
like we're interested.
Like my
But
style,
even
I
like
do
we
like
look
that.
and then we walk away, that's me like, oh maybe now.
But Ern, we asked you this before on a previous episode, but you said a lot of times guys talk to you at the mall or something,
oh
and
yeah.
you don't like it.
Yeah, Terminal 21. That's happened like many times. And also the same Ambassador, like we're in the airport and then like, you know, you can see that we have like personal time. We want to enjoy our time. So like don't disturb us. But if we like accidentally like, oh, and then like, oh, again,
Yeah, if we
maybe
like
you
you.
might can come and talk.
Yeah.
I
But
just
better
can't wait
than
for the
have-
comments.
better
on
than
this.
Have a
like
side. We're gonna have a side, like a little bit, like even tiny, a little bit side, like, and look like in the eye, like just
Yeah.
1 second, and just
Yeah.
okay.
So you're saying it's
You
all
can
about
go.
eye contact.
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah,
how
eye
long.
contact.
Yeah. However, how long? Because like eye contact is you can say anything with eyes.
Jason, have you
Try.
ever met a girl during the day in Bangkok?
I've met a lot of girls during the day.
Oh,
in
really?
Bangkok, yeah.
Okay, I asked that because a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's impossible. It's like not the right time. These girls don't want to be bothered." Something like that. But I was gonna say I've had good experiences.
Yeah,
so-
I wouldn't say that. I would say I think the biggest problem for like foreigners that don't speak Thai coming to Thailand is it's hard to differentiate between who speaks English and who doesn't when you're trying to approach women. I've had times where I've approached girls or they've come up to me with like a translator, for instance, like it makes it a little difficult, but it's very hard, especially if you don't have that much game approaching women, if there's that language barrier as well. But during the day, I think is a fine time to approach girls. It just has to be like, you obviously have to use caution or like discretion of like, if a girl's working on her laptop at Starbucks and you don't go up and bother her, you know, like it's kind of time and a place type of thing. And I think the problem too with a lot of foreigners, like Westerners coming here, they have all these, they think that, I can't think of the word, the stereotypes of, oh, all Thai girls are for sale. All Thai girls, you know, they're whores or they're sluts or they're super easy. You know, they think they can leave their Western world and come here and just treat Thai girls super poorly. And that's not the case. There's a lot of respectable Thai women in this country. And, you know, aside from all, you know, the sex tourism and so on and so forth, there's a lot of respectable women here and you can't approach them like that. And it's super disrespectful to say these things to them, you know?
Yeah, I've found that if you're approaching like a Thai woman in public, especially during the day, usually you have to be less direct and more like friendly terms, and then kind of see how it goes first.
Yeah.
Definitely what you shouldn't do is tap a girl on the shoulder and be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
so
Can I have
weird.
your Instagram? Yeah.
But I think it's like something that you used to told me before, like the way that it's worked. It's just like you might about to leave and then you maybe can say hi and something, but don't try to like stay with her. It's uncomfortable. But if you just like say hi, to get some contact, and then you just leave, I think that maybe worked.
Yeah, and it's
Yes.
creepy. Like when I walk and they just follow me, like follow and look at me. It's so creepy, and I just walk alone. Like how I gonna think? You know, it's kind of weird for me. Like it's
Sometimes
scary.
it's happened like when I use like metro.
Yeah.
It just one time, but like it's happened many times. But there's like one time that it seemed very creepy that he talked behind my back, like at the back, and they're like, "Oh, I want you.
Oh,
I really want
shit.
you." And I was like, I wear AirPod, and I was like, should I look back or no? I'm gonna keep walk faster, and then I keep walking faster.
Yeah, I think that just goes back to thinking like every guy that comes here thinks all Thai girls are for sale or sluts or something like that, but it's not the case. Especially, I see a lot of direct messages. If you're out there listening to this and you want to message a Thai girl on Instagram, you don't say how much for the night. You don't say, you know, how much do you charge? Can I take you out? How, you know, I'll pay you 5,000 baht, sugar baby. You don't.
Or
That doesn't attract
don't try
these girls.
to show like offer like, okay,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is my
just-
job, this is my age.
I don't want
I
to
have
know.
this property, blah blah blah, and then will you mind if I take you out on a date? Like you make it like you apply for a job.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you want a girlfriend or what do you really want?
Just keep it low.
Yeah,
Like
you should
just-
approach them just how you do in the Western world for sure. Treat
chill.
them just like a respectable woman, just like you would anywhere else.
Dream, someone asked, what is the oldest guy you would consider dating and what is the youngest guy you consider dating?
Oh, interesting questions.
Um.
So you're 30, you said?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
30.
Wow.
So for me, I don't looking at younger guys anymore because I have like younger ex-boyfriend.
Did someone ruin it for you?
I
Who's that
just,
guy?
I just like older is better for me right now,
Okay.
or like same age.
But is there like a limit where you think after that, no
Limit.
chance?
Not more than 40.
Not more than 40?
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
Okay, I just didn't think that's that old.
Yeah, it's okay for me. Like if it's not more than 40.
Okay. Have you ever been out with a guy more than 10 years older than you? Or what's the difference between older guys and younger guys?
It's really different because like younger guy, they always like jealous as me, like scarily like gonna have a lot of guy like come to talk to me, like just it's just annoying sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but older guy, like he understand, like
I think as a guy, if other guys aren't going up to your girl, you're probably doing something wrong.
Yeah, you failed for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to dating foreigners, what is the hardest thing? Is it the language, the difference in culture? Is it that they have to go back to their home country sometimes? Are they hard to trust? What kinds of things have you experienced?
For me, languages doesn't matter for me because I can.
You speak good English, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is really hard that if we are long distance, it's kind of sad a bit. But
Hard to trust.
but I understand that we're gonna pass that, but it's better not long distance. Yeah, for me.
Because you probably meet a lot of guys here that maybe they come to Thailand for part of the year, or they have to go back to their home country or for work or something like that. Has that happened to you?
Before, I have only like long distance relationships. So it's kind of hard for me, like, because I like to hug, I like to talk in personal, like, so it's kind of hard. That's why we didn't go well. So we just broke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
This question is for both of you.
Oh.
No. You, Dream and Jason, specifically.
Oh, okay.
Why are you
I
asking
swear
this question?
I didn't make these up.
Why are you asking this question specifically?
In general, I'm not saying with like, in your experience in Thailand, do love and money go together? Do you need both to have a relationship?
Love and money?
Yeah. Like if you meet a guy and you get along great, but maybe he doesn't have a great job or he doesn't have money or something like that. What do you think?
For me, it doesn't matter because I have like my younger boyfriend. I pay everything for him. Like, it's okay because I love him. I want the best for him. Like, we can, if he have money, it's okay. If I have money, well, I can share with him. If he have money, he can share with me. But I think for now, it's good to have like together.
Okay.
Yeah, before it's okay because I'm still young and everything. And life, you have to use money too and love too. I don't know.
Okay, now Jason, give me the real answer.
I'll touch on this a bit. A lot of people don't know that. Well, obviously you guys don't know yet, but me and Dream recently broke up. We were dating for about 7-8 months, I'd say. And a lot of like the misconceptions of Thai women and Western guys is that the Thai women are only into it for the money. They only want your money. And I will say that there's a bit of truth in that in certain situations, but you can find good girls out here that do not want the money, that are not not into it for materialistic things or sending money back home to their families or so on and so forth. And when I first met Dream, you know, like I said, obviously she's an attractive woman. We got along great. She's fun. We started dating, and the entire relationship, she never asked me for, you know, designer bags or to go shopping or to send money to her family or to pay for her bills or anything like that. I mean, there's times that I wanted to do those things, you know, like help her out. Obviously, you know, like having Western money, like especially US dollars, a lot more beneficial than the Thai income that these girls or men that, you know, that's the average income here. But yeah, I mean, there's good girls out here that don't want your money, that just want to, you know, be loved and to have somebody,
Yeah,
you know,
love
emotionally.
is important.
But yeah, there's good girls out here that don't want just necessarily that. But money is a big factor. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, as a man,
It's still important.
as a man, I like to provide. You know, I want to pay the bills. I want to be able to take you out for nice dinners. You know, I don't want to. I want to be able to go out to clubs and buy bottles and not struggle. You know, so it's definitely a nice, especially as a female, to have a man like that. But as a man on the other side, opposite side of things, like it's nice to have a girl as well that can take care of herself, buy herself food, and, you know, pay her own bills. But at the same time, it's like it's a partnership regardless. You know.
Well,
so.
you alluded to an important distinction, I think. You said there's a difference between the girl asking you for something,
Correct,
or like always wanting something from you,
correct,
and you voluntarily wanting to provide something.
Yes.
That is a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Because also I think at different points in the relationship, something like that is more or less appropriate. Like if you just met someone and all of a sudden they're asking you for money for something, that's probably not a good sign.
And I have friends who I won't name names. We're not naming any names here, but who has such bad luck with certain women in Thailand that as soon as he starts talking to them, it's all about money. Like, oh, I want this bag, or I need to get this new condo. Oh, I need money for my mom's surgery here, or, you know, like, and it's just money, 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 money. So there is women that exist like that, but there's a lot more respectful women that if you are in the right places looking for them, obviously you're not on Soy 11 at Sugar Club, you know, trying to find your future wife naturally, but there's a lot of respectful women in Thailand that aren't like that. So, I mean, if you find yourself in those situations and you notice those red flags at first, get out of it as soon as you can because it's just gonna, drain you dry. And luckily, I've not had that problem. And hopefully, I won't ever have that problem. But
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people sometimes in the comments they complain. Basically, I've seen a lot of weird comments recently especially on Instagram. It's like a pit in the comments.
I've noticed some of them as well,
But what it's kind of showed me is that a lot of people have had a very specific kind of experience. And I think, unfortunately, it's because maybe they had the wrong expectation or maybe they were looking in the wrong place but they think that their experience, maybe they had a bad experience, is what everybody deals with.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that is not the case.
Yeah.
So it's either something about you or something about where you're going or who you're talking to. That's probably the problem.
I think the main problem with Thailand, especially Southeast Asia, Thailand, is that you have a lot of guys that come from the Western world, whether it be America, Canada, Europe, maybe even Australia. Okay, we'll cancel Australia. They come here and they simp super hard, bro. They get women that are way out of their league naturally. And they start, throwing gifts at them, wanting to take them back to their home country. And if they're blowing money left and right. And then these girls get accustomed to that. Right. And then they expect that moving forward. Right. With the next guy and the next guy, because these guys end up going home back to their home country. And there's another guy that comes in, simps super hard, gives them the world. I've heard stories of like girls working at bars, right? And the guys are too scared to talk to them, so they just send a Rolex to the girl, like, hey, I got you this Rolex, but don't message me online or do this or that. Like these guys just throw money at girls. They just are not used to having this type of opportunity for them out here as they would because they would never have it back home, I guess, if that makes sense. And it just rinse, wash, repeat, and it's like and all these girls get accustomed to that, and some of those girls end up becoming like that. Like, oh, I need this, because if one guy won't, another guy will. And that's the problem. You got to stay away from those girls.
Have you ever had this experience? I've been out on the date with girls and I'm thinking of one in particular. I'm on a date with her and I think this was probably the first time we went out to get dinner or something. And she's like, oh, 1 second, I have a call. And she's sitting at the table with me and she's video chatting someone. And I'm looking and I can see the screen, but the person can't see me. And it was like a guy and it was daylight there. And whenever a girl is video chatting with somebody, is video chatting with someone, especially a guy, and there's daylight and it's nighttime here, you know exactly what is going on. So it turns out this guy was her boyfriend. And he's like a carpenter or something or a contractor somewhere in California. And this poor guy, by the way, this girl is gorgeous, like 9.5 out of 10, right? And I'm thinking this guy probably has zero game. I respect his work, whatever. But if he's in California and he's a certain kind of job, he's probably not pulling girls that look like models.
Right.
Okay.
100%.
So I think a lot of guys come here and they get this like Thailand delusional thing. And they think because it's Asia or because the economy is different, if they provide some money or something, some support, then these girls are automatically gonna fall in love with them. But really, they're just taking the money and they're going on dates with me. So
But not
sorry,
all.
not all.
my
Not all.
God.
I'm not saying not all.
I
but
do want to touch back on something though, because I don't want everybody thinking that I'm judging people. I understand it's like a fight or flight, what's the word I'm looking for? Like response. Like they don't, like I said, a lot of girls and guys here don't have that same opportunity we do in the Western world to make money. So I understand why they're utilizing like what they have in front of them.
It's like survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
Of course, if some guy's willing to pay your bills and throw you money and provide for you, and there's, especially if he's overseas, 24-hour flight away, okay, take the money, do whatever you have to do. Like what's the difference of a Western girl doing OnlyFans, right? Like it's the same thing, bro. Like
it's weird. And by the way, the situation I just mentioned, I didn't know that this was the situation. I didn't know until this happened in front of me. So don't message me for it. Yeah. But I see this thing all the time, even whether or not they tell you about it. Like if a girl likes you, maybe she has a boyfriend or whatever. They call them boyfriends, like
sponsor, boyfriend, sugar daddy.
A lot of times they won't say sponsor or sugar daddy. They'll say boyfriend, but really they mean like the guy that pays my bills overseas.
Sponsor. Mostly we say sponsor.
Yeah, sponsors.
Yeah, but one thing I want to clarify about like sending money, because it's something about like most of foreigners mention about Thai girls that like why all Thai girls always need to sending money to their family. I would say it's something different. For example, US, when you retire, you still get salary and it's enough for you to live in Thailand, right? But in Thailand, for your 60 years old, you retire and you get money just like 600 baht per month. So I think I could say that is the main reason why some Thai people who like maybe work in the bar or some minimum wage job, that's why they maybe ask you like, okay, I need to send money to family. So that's the main point. That is why like it's happened to me now. So I just want some foreigner to understand that, you know, our life quality of life with the government and things, maybe it's not that good like your country.
True.
Yeah. So what she's saying is true, but I think it's confusing for a lot of foreigners, especially people from like the US or certain countries in Europe. There's not the same sort of retirement or social security programs or things here. So most families, or a lot of families, retirement plan is their kids.
Right.
So if a family has 3 kids, those kids work and they send some of their money home to support their parents, their grandparents, whoever. That's a very big cultural thing here. And that has nothing to do with foreigners or not. That happens regardless. But it gets tricky if, let's say, a Thai woman is dating a foreigner. Maybe the girl's not working now. Maybe she's not working at the bar. She's not working wherever she's working. It doesn't have to be a bar. The family still needs the income. So then it's like this dilemma, where is it going to come from? So I can see in a lot of cases how, like, if you're in a relationship with someone together, you help support her family, because that's just, I don't think in that case it's necessarily they're just using you. I think it's situational. If you met a girl at the mall this morning and now she's asking for 1,000 baht for whatever reason, that's weird.
That's weird, of
But
course.
if you've been dating someone for 6 months to a year or whatever, and
Relationship.
you're in a serious relationship and there's
Yeah,
some situation with the family and it's legitimate and they're not just like, you know, it's not just a scheme, then there's a good chance it could be genuine. And I think the more you understand how things work culturally here, the more you can distinguish between when this is like a scam and when this is more of a genuine situation.
Yeah.
And that could happen anywhere in the world too. If you have a significant other in a different country in the Western world and her family needs
Yeah,
help, if you
everywhere.
love her enough and you have the means, of course you're going to help.
Yeah.
So you just have to use your discretion. And,
Of course.
you know,
And I think there's just more that stereotype about Thailand. So whenever this topic comes up, people jump on it.
Yeah.
But of course, let's say you were married or even not married. Let's say you were just in a serious relationship with someone in the US and that person's family had an issue and whatever, and there's a money issue. Of course, if you can, you would want to help them.
Yeah, if you have the means and you love her enough and it matters to you, of course, you're going to do it, whether it's Thailand or America or Europe or anywhere.
But if we've been on one date, don't talk to me about your sick buffalo.
Yeah.
I've heard this before.
Buffalo is
Buffalo
crazy,
is
bro.
sick.
It's really
That's
expensive
wild.
though.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's just a joke, right? But actually,
Can you
yeah,
do that?
some people
Remote
use this reason.
Dream. Someone asked, have you ever gotten flowers from somebody, but you weren't sure which guy it was?
It's happened to me one time that I worked like 8 years ago. I worked in like really high building in Saturn, right? And it's have like on Valentine's days, it's have one flower like big like this. And I just like, who sent me this? Because I didn't date anyone on that time. So I just like, someone called me like, can you pick up the flower downstairs? And it's just like, really? Is this me? Really? And they're like, yeah, are you Dream? And I was like, yeah, okay. I go pick up and the sign is to say like, I really love you for like long time, something like something like that. And it's like, who is that? And I still don't know like who is that.
Until now.
Yeah, until now.
Has that happened to you, Ern?
No.
That's never happened?
No. I just like got it from the guys that I know, like, you know.
Unfortunately, that happened to me.
Ew.
I mean, I don't know what this girl was thinking.
Wow.
Like, I sent her something and she posted it on Instagram. Who sent me this? Like,
Oh,
bitch,
you're on the sending side, not the receiving.
Oh yeah, I'm in the sending.
shit.
Like, bitch, who do you think sent it to you?
That's bad, bro.
Yeah, it is bad. It is bad.
I hope you stop talking to her pretty
Well,
quickly.
All right, Dream. So on the last few episodes, a certain magical place came up. A magical city named Dubai came up.
Oh, boy.
And every time this comes up, people go crazy. I noticed on your Instagram, you've been to Dubai. So I got to ask you some things about Dubai. So first, why did you go to Dubai and what did you think of it there?
That time I just like I just graduate. So my first bucket is like, I want to go skydive in Dubai.
In Dubai specifically?
Yeah, it's because like the view, like prom something. I can't remember the name.
The Palm?
Prom Beach or something. That is have like
the in Dubai they have the man-made islands in the shape of a palm.
Yeah.
Palm Island.
So I just like, that is my first bucket list after graduate. Yeah.
So just to be clear, because I know people are going to comment about this, you're saying you went there on your own to go travel there. It's not like someone didn't fly you there.
Everyone thought like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got to be
but-
honest. Maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm asking you. If I see a girl went to Dubai, a little red flag.
Everyone say like that, but on that time it doesn't popular at all. Like 8 years already, I think 8 or 10 years already. And it's just like, it's interesting for me because it's like news and no one know about it.
I think is it easy for the visa there for Thai people?
Yeah, it's easy.
See, that's something that I think a lot of foreigners don't understand. It's not so easy for Thai people to go everywhere. So there's certain places that you see them go a lot. I think Japan is one of them, maybe.
Japan.
Because it's very easy for them to get the visa or to travel there. Yeah. So that's why maybe you don't see them in like, I don't know, well, definitely not the U.S. that much,
Yeah,
but I don't know how it is
to
in
get
Europe.
the visa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been back since or no?
No, not yet.
No. Okay. What did you think of it? Do you think you could live there?
For travel, okay.
Yeah.
But if I live there, I don't know like what is going on because it's really expensive though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the culture though? Because it's much different than Thailand, right?
Yeah, before and now it's really different. Before it's kind of like you cannot wearing something that is too much, like show
Right.
your
Revealing,
skin. Yeah, but now like it's kind of open. Yeah, so it's good to travel.
Yeah. I see more and more Thai people going
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I also saw, did you go to Wonderfruit Festival?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. I feel like you really like it there. I haven't been, but maybe I'll go this year. What did you think of it?
It's kind of like a village that people like go have fun and you just like express yourself out, like just if you like work a lot and straight and you just be there with friend and you can be there. It's kind of like one village that you can just like walk around on the state, like this state and move to another state and move to another state with friend. It's really much fun and good memories.
You've been to it once or more than once?
More than once.
Yeah. So you've seen it change?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. I feel like it's gotten a lot bigger over the past few years.
Yes.
But do you still think it's, I don't know, do you think it's losing? Because we had Eric, Minority Nomad, Eric Prince here.
I'm
Maybe
not
you don't know
sure.
who he is, but he was on an earlier episode and he goes every year and he was talking about it. So I'm just curious if you think it's been getting better or maybe too many foreigners coming from outside of Thailand, or what do you think?
Before is not much people know about Wonderfruit. Yeah, but now it's have a lot of people like be there. It's kind of fun though because like we don't know anyone, so everyone just want to go have fun and relax. So
Yeah,
it's okay.
for like people that don't know, I don't want to compare it to Coachella in the US, but it's something like that maybe of Thailand. It's probably like the Coachella of Thailand, I would
Yeah.
say. Jason, have you been there?
I've not been. Not
Yeah.
a fan.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Me
I'm from Detroit, bro, so
neither.
hip hop
Yeah.
rap
Yeah,
mainly.
he don't like techno house music. He like only hip hop.
For clubbing, yeah. But
Yeah, I think that festival is very like mind, body, spirit, not just
For people
shots.
they go do drugs and
Everybody.
and and I'm not a fan of drugs either, so I just stay away from that.
Someone asked Dream for you to explain the concept of losing face in Thailand.
Losing
do you
face?
understand? I don't know if there's a Thai way to say this. Like about reputation or because like lying, sometimes people lie because they don't want to lose face or like hurt their reputation. Do you know what I mean?
Like fame, like famous.
Oh,
Like fan
like
clubs.
don't like didn't say the truth because like
Okay, I'll give you an example. My friend, actually the same friend from before with the Truth or Dare story, he had been seeing this girl casually, but for a few weeks. And he saw on her story one morning, she was outside of a cafe. She posted on her story, she's at this cafe. And he recognized the cafe because he goes to many cafes. So he knows exactly where it is. It's in Prampong.
Yeah.
And this girl definitely does not live or belong anywhere near Prampong. Definitely at a foreigner's place from the night before. So he I don't even think he really cared that much, but he was just like, oh, I saw you're on soy, whatever, 30, whatever it is. Do you want to get lunch or do you want to meet up? And she's like, oh, what are you talking about? And she pretends like, oh, no, I'm not. She didn't lie to him, but she kind of pretended like she didn't understand or something. Because I think maybe she's embarrassed or she doesn't want to look like a certain kind of person. But this concept sometimes we call losing face. She doesn't want to embarrass herself. And this is, I think, more common in Asia than in the West. But I don't know. There's definitely like a Thai phrase for this, but I don't know what it is.
It depends of the people. Like for me, I always honest all the time because I don't want to I don't want to lie because it's on me. If I lie, I have to take it by myself. And I have to like remember everything that I lie. So honest is the best thing for me. Like say the truth. Like I don't scare. Like if someone asks me, so I just like I say the truth. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to like losing face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody can, I know people are going to jump in the comments. Someone correct me and provide a better explanation for this because I've never had to talk to a Thai person about this. But Jason, you've heard of this, right? This losing face thing?
Yeah, I understand. I'll touch on Dream really quick. Dream is actually the reason why we're in a relationship is because unlike most Thai girls you meet, she's not a liar, bro. She's super honest, super open. But I've dated a lot of Thai girls in the past, not dated, but like, casually seen that are huge liars that are constantly juggling multiple men. They're hard to trust. Like I said, there's good and bad. You get both in Thailand, same as you would in any other country. But Dream definitely is the good.
Thanks.
But I've also met other women that are bad, right? Like for instance, the first girl I spoke to, casually dated in Thailand, lived with her boyfriend in Soy 8, right? Like close to Soy 8. I won't say exactly where. I don't want to throw her under the bus. But yeah, I talked to her for a couple months, and this whole time she's got this guy that's paying her bills, living with her, but constantly traveling for work. And she would tell me, oh, I'm so in love with you. I want to move away with you, go to Koh Samui, open a bar, whatever, so on and so forth. Gorgeous girl, but she's constantly like, I guarantee I'm not the only guy she was juggling at the time. And she's always lying, constantly tripping over her lies and, trying to save face, like you say. And it is a problem for some women. Other women, it's not. So I've had both worlds, so.
But actually, it's like both men and women, like, especially in Bangkok, Thailand, like liar, like, it's not just like women.
Yeah, true.
That's
also,
men too, for sure.
Yeah. And I was like, I also have like some of my friends that they already have like boyfriend and then they still go on a date with someone.
True.
But at the end, she still stay with the boyfriend.
So
But it's just like, maybe sometimes it's not enough for them. But I feel like it's not okay, but I cannot say anything much because it's their life. But yeah, it happened.
Why do you think they do that?
Because it's not enough.
Maybe it's not enough, or maybe they love, but they also try to find some better future.
Really?
Some of my friends are like, yeah, I love him, but sometimes they don't care about my feelings or they don't treat me well enough. So if by any chance, if I got someone who can treat me better, then I will go for that one.
I think the temptation in Thailand is just too much all around for everybody.
Well, especially in a place like Bangkok.
Yeah, especially in Bangkok, Phuket, anywhere. The temptation is just too much. Especially, it goes back to childhood trauma too. If you watch your mom cheat on your dad a lot, your dad cheated on your mom a lot, you're going to take that into your adulthood. Most people would. And then the temptation's always there here. There's always going to be good-looking guys, fit, good-looking girls that are fit. Guys with money, they're good-looking. Girls with good money, that are good-looking. And like, there's always looking for the grass is green on the other side. But you don't want to lose that stability that you already have. So you do both. You stick with whoever is providing for you or that you genuinely love, but you could have this other traumas from the past that, cause you to do certain things now where you want to go mess around or, speaking from, experience, I guess I'd say.
Or otherwise, like sometimes it's like some of them have the problem with the like family when they were young and they kind of feel like I don't get enough love. Like, some of my friends, like, I ask them, I'm curious, why you still go with some guys when you still have like your boyfriend, and they're like, maybe I can get more love, I can get more money. And one of my friends, like they have a guy, even the guy just offer, sometimes it's not like girl want to lie, but sometimes some men also offer. My friend date with I would say like Singapore or something, and he said at the beginning that I have many girlfriends, can you accept that? But I'm gonna treat you like
Really
very
well.
good. I'm gonna pay
Princess.
for pay the rent of the condo and everything. But I have another girl, but in other country. Can you accept that? And she accept that. But in the same time, when he work or whatever, he date with other girl. She also date with other guys. But the one who really take care of her is the guy, like from Singapore. So sometimes it's not like she want to lie, but just both of you
The
get
situation
benefits.
or something.
Something that you already talk.
I think the man benefits from that by having a girl in Thailand, and the girl benefits because it's a survival tactic. You need that, and it can be misconstrued as like being lazy, but at the same time, it's like I said, if you have a guy willing to provide for you, you get that stability, and then you can still go find what you're looking for outside of that as well. Especially in that open situation, like a relationship.
Yeah. It's kind of thing like that.
It's a little different though, like when you're in Thailand living with your boyfriend and doing it in Thailand. Like some other girls, like it's not just one girl I've come across that's like that. There's been multiple girls that I've come across that are being taken care of by their boyfriend that lives in Thailand, lives with them, and they're still out running the streets. And it both ways, guys as well. Guys do it too, but I think there's a bit of a double standard there. Don't hate me too much.
No, you're right. You're right. You're 100%
Just
right.
some experience.
Yeah.
Dream, what if you had to guess, what percentage of Thai girls are cheating on their boyfriend?
I cannot say that.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. Like, it depends on people.
I think because I ask, because I think in Bangkok, and maybe it's like this in every big city, I think the rates are extremely high.
Yeah, I think it's because of everyone have a lot of problem. Like, we don't know about them relationship. Like, maybe the guy like cheating on her first, and she tried to like, okay, I don't want to get hurt, and she tried to go out with some guy. Or maybe some girl, she like to dating a lot of guy. Or maybe some girl, she just like, okay, I didn't feel like I get a lot of love from him or anything. She want to find some like, she got 90% and she want 10%. Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to explain about this because we don't know like what they going through.
Also, Thailand has the highest cheating rate in the entire world.
Yeah, so our whole last episode was about this topic of cheating. So we talked
watched it,
about
yeah.
this, what a geek is.
Geek, mia
Yeah.
nói. Yeah, that's
Like
what
side
we're
piece,
talking.
Yeah,
side
yeah.
woman,
chick.
Side
side
piece.
man.
You
side
watched
piece.
that?
Like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Dream, your name, people are going to ask, is that the name your parents gave you?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Because Thai people have the way the name works is you have like a more
name.
formal Thai name,
Yeah.
and then you have like a nickname.
Yeah,
Nickname
nickname.
with like
Dream
there
is
has
my
meaning
nickname.
in English.
Yeah.
And the nickname, why does that happen in Thailand?
Because I don't know, because it's easier to call you like
Because-
you cannot like my full name is like
It's
Pantira.
hard. It's hard to
Tipianon.
say for foreigners.
Yeah.
But I heard it's also something to do with a tradition to confuse evil spirits so they don't hurt you. That's why your parents give you a name that's not look it up. Maybe it's like a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
old thing.
Maybe.
That's why they give you a
Maybe.
different name
Yeah.
so like the evil spirits can't find you.
I think some of them are like have a culture like that, but for me it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly it's because of Thai name. We have like very long name, and when we spell that, it's very difficult. Or even when we speak, it's like too long. So that's why we have nickname like Trotter. That's
And
why
your parents
mostly.
give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
like my dad dreamed about me before he had me, so that's why my
my
name
dream.
is Dream.
And your parents want you to earn a lot of money. So
No, no. I hope so. Yes.
Eric, I remember you saying last episode, or maybe it was the episode before, I'm not sure, about where the girls like to go to meet foreigners, right?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, no.
How about foreigner?
So I have a question for
How-
you as a foreigner.
Yeah.
Right. Where do you typically go to party, and what is your intention when you pick these places?
Well, like Ern said, it can be anywhere. Can be Starbucks, can be sugar,
no, we're
can be-
speaking specifically
Yeah.
clubs. Like if you,
So it's changed a lot. So I feel like where the place to go is, where the best place is, changes month after month, year after year. So I would say, for example, towards the end of COVID, Sugar was one of the first clubs. It might have been the first major club to
open back
reopen.
up, right.
So everybody was there. Every night it was packed.
Right.
And every time I went, I would see so many people I know. And on any given night. Now I feel like it's slowed down a lot. It's a lot more tourists, tourist foreigners, that kind of thing. I think there are other places that are springing up, like Baccarat, like Truth or Dare. For me now, I'm kind of like in this in between. I don't really know where to go out anymore. I used to like sing a lot, but I feel like the crowd has changed a lot there. So I'm I like the music. I was there Friday night after the event we talked about. I liked it, but the crowd has changed a lot. I go to like Route 66 a lot because my friend likes it there. Just different places for different moods, I guess.
Right.
But I would like to find more places.
I guess I was looking to get more into the nitty-gritty for people that are coming here. That and you've been here for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like my first year here, I was spending 7 nights a week at Sugar. Literally not kidding.
Oh
7
my
nights
God.
a week for the first year. I was spending maybe 500 to 700K Thai baht a month partying alone.
Wow.
The VIP table every single night.
Hunting.
But like I said, when I first, we call it hunting. Like for foreigners that come here, like a big term here is hunting, right? We go out and I don't want to make myself look bad, but of course, there's certain clubs you go to for certain things, right? Like not necessarily like paying for sex or anything like that, because ultimately you're paying for it regardless. It's not cheap to go to a club and buy bottles, right? But if I wanted to go like for like hookup culture, like you mentioned this before, like clubs on Soy 11, Levels, Sugar, Anaconda, back when Candy was open, Bobo. Those are clubs you go to typically, like if you're just looking.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think the girls are gonna agree with me. I don't think you need to spend 500K a month to buy bottles to meet girls. I think you could just go stand on the street and wait.
No, for sure. But I also, like I said, like I was going through a lot of shit at the time too, right?
Fair,
so it was the
fair.
experience for me. I was trying to drown myself in like having 10 girls surrounding me, opening VIP tables by myself and just being an idiot.
Yeah,
right,
I
with
get
the
it.
money.
Especially when you're new here, it's such a
especially
novel.
when you're new. But now that's why I was going to ask you. Now that you've been here 5 years and I've been here 2 years, I'm leaning more towards like I don't go to Sugar that often anymore. I try not to at least. But I'm leaning more towards going to like the more high soul places, like Baccarat's becoming
More
one of them.
chill.
I get
Truth
you.
or Dare, and the type of people that you're meeting and networking with. Like now for me, it's not more so like just girls. Like I want to go to these places to meet other people and network with the right kind of people. Because in Thailand, especially, like it's about who you know. Like a lot of connection. Everything here is connections. If you have the right connections, Thailand's a beautiful place. Obviously, the money helps as well. But yeah, I guess that was my question. Is for foreigners wanting to come here, what do you recommend? Like if you want to get the party out, go to these places first, and then if you want to live here, like you recommend these places. Like switch it to the guy's perspective.
Okay, guys' perspective. So,
Yeah.
what were you gonna
go.
say, Erin?
Yeah, I just want to recommend like some places, which is like my friends who like from Germany, and then mostly he don't like to go like Baccarat or Trudeau like us as much, but he mostly went to Muin or
Muin.
sometimes could be Got. Right now it's just like open, like very new. It's near Baccarat as well. So if you're more into Thai people and young, you can go to for the Space Plus, Muin or God, or another one would
God
be
is new
Miley.
one,
Miley is more like college students.
at
And my
Tongwa.
friends who in Thailand we call ABC, Asian born. I don't remember, Asian born something like
I can't remember.
like you're Asian but you're like speak English well, you're like maybe from America. They like to go to Miley to get like
international.
more
I think
international people.
if you're a guy coming here, I think it's a little tough because the places that you will be most comfortable in are not the optimal places to, let's say, meet a girl.
Right.
I think if you're a foreigner coming here, especially for the first time, I think places like Sugar, Sing Sing Theater, those are two like easy clubs for foreigners to feel okay in. I mean, like be comfortable. But if you go to places that are more like Thai focused or Asian focused, I think the quality of the experience could be better. But you have to really understand the cultural differences, because I can tell immediately if a foreigner walks in one of these places, if they've been in Thailand for 5 minutes or for 5 years, because they act different, they dress different, even the way they stand is different. Everything is different.
Oh, the way they stand is
Yeah.
totally different. Like Thai people mostly like
There's a huge difference going from like say Sugar Club to Dope and Dirty. Like
of course.
huge difference.
Like, Ern, we were at Route 66
Yes.
last week, and do you remember there was a tall white guy like
Yeah.
dancing really crazy?
Really?
Yeah, he was like crazy, and I feel like because Route 66, we always talk about it, it's almost 100% Asian. It's all like
Asian,
Thai,
yeah,
Korean, Chinese, whatever. And there's this really tall white guy. He already stands out because he's, you know,
Not
he was
very many white guys.
Yeah.
Very,
very,
66.
very tall, yeah. And he was just acting like wild.
Cheap tourist wild.
I don't know. I've seen him at least twice, so I don't know. But and I think he was there by himself.
Okay.
But he was going from like table to table, and he's like dancing crazy, and like he's like his energy is like up here, and everybody else is down here, and like they just need to like calibrate a little.
Definitely.
So I don't know. It's hard to make a recommendation, but you know what? My recommendation would be try like one of each of these. Try either like
Just try.
Sugar Level Sing Sing Theater, then try like Baccarat
Baccarat,
or Truth or Dare,
Yeah.
or
lot.
what's another one?
Mew got
And then
Space Bus on it.
Anacondas.
and then throw in Route 66 or Onyx.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I recommend Space Plus.
Space Plus is a place where you go to if you have girls with you already,
Yeah.
if you have friends with
Or
you
a big
already. It's
group
not a
of
place
your
where you
friends is
conversate with other
better.
Yeah,
people.
if you are a white guy, I think there is a 0% chance you're gonna
Zero,
meet a girl.
0.000% chance
sure.
you pull
You're
from
gonna meet
Space
a girl
Plus.
at
Yeah.
Space Plus.
It's impossible.
But it sucks because I actually like Space Plus as a venue because the production is incredible. I
Yeah,
like the music
true,
there a lot of
true. So
nights.
good.
It's really huge.
But you know, just in terms of certain things, it's not
I've seen
optimal.
like white guy like Farang was there, and they seem so lonely, like
Yeah,
they
it's-
standing. and,
lonely.
If you don't have
at
a
the
group of
same time,
friends.
like mostly like Chinese people have a group big and like
And
girls.
Space Plus is expensive too if you don't
It
have
is, yeah.
Yeah.
a group of friends.
So
to go with
mostly
and
I
split
go
the
there
bill.
with my friends and like
Oh, and
enjoy.
another thing that a lot of foreigners don't know about going out here is most places, if you buy a bottle, if you get a table, you get a bottle, which really a lot of these places not even
Require
that,
it.
it's not that much money. It's hugely beneficial,
Right.
and it's really not that much money. In some of these places, it can be just like around 2,000 baht, depending where it is.
Where are you going, bro?
Route 66,
Route 60. Yeah,
I think
guess
you can
it's-
get whiskey for about 2,000 or
Yeah, if you're drinking
2,500.
vodka, I think it's 4,000 for the bottle plus the mixers. Yeah.
Sure. But I'm just saying this because a lot of guys are going to say, I don't want to have to get up. I'm not doing that. It's like, all right, well, don't do it. But then you're going to look like an idiot. Okay. Just spend it. But what I was going to say is if you just spend the 2,000 or 4,000 or whatever it is, if you don't finish it, they'll keep it for you.
Right.
For most places, a month. Some places it's 2 weeks. Like Sugar, I think it's 2
mostly
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. But no, a lot of places it's a month. And you can come back and use it again. So especially if you're with another person or a group of people, it's a no-brainer.
Oh yeah. But mostly you cannot use this on weekend, like Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday.
like some
different
If you keep
places
it-
have different
Right.
rules. Yeah.
But Route 66 is like you cannot use on Friday, Saturday when it's like busy.
Yeah. Well, going,
Sometimes they told me like that.
going back, I just want to touch base on something too. Like coming to Thailand, people say it's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's so cheap to party here. It's so cheap to live here. It's so cheap to be here. It's not that cheap. When you
Not
start
that
looking
cheap.
at baht as monopoly money, especially as an American, I don't know like when it happened for you, but when I first got here, I was like, oh, Thailand's so cheap. You know, it's like monopoly money. You know, it's like especially we have the US dollar conversion, and you can spend a lot of money in Thailand, bro. Like when Americans party, it's mainly on the weekends, right? Like clubs aren't open, especially I don't know where you're from, but in Detroit, clubs aren't open on the weekdays.
Right.
But in Thailand, it's like Las Vegas, bro. Like Bangkok is the real Sin City, not Vegas, not Miami. Bangkok is the real Sin City.
Wow.
If you don't have anything to do here, you're only partying, right? Like if you're not working, if you're not doing anything, you're just here visiting for 2 weeks, a month, whatever it is, you're only partying, and it does get expensive. It does. If you're taking girls on nice dates, if you're only partying, which is 7 days out of the week, 5 days out of the week, it does get expensive. It's not that cheap here, especially if you live that kind of lifestyle. So
We call it lifestyle inflation.
yes.
So where I'm from in Boston, yeah, you're not going out on a Tuesday night to Baccarat.
Right.
You're going to work your shitty job. You're going to come home and eat. You make food, and then you're here a Tuesday night. We're going to do this. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go to Baccarat. Maybe we'll go to the after party
Right.
and see you there with the questionable girls.
Yeah, go backtrack on that. I was not with questionable girls. There was one questionable girl there. I wasn't with any. I was probably with girls, but not
to
the
be fair,
questionable
you were
one.
alone.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
alone and you were alone.
Okay.
So, yeah, to be fair.
Well, that means that we were having a rough night, bro.
No, it was fine. It was fine. Sometimes you just don't want to go home.
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
want to like vibe out. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lifestyle inflation here is real. And I got here in 2019 and things were a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And, you know, here, if you want to get a coffee, you can spend 30 baht, $1, or you can spend 160 baht,
Right.
$5-6 for a coffee. No, I mean, who's buying $6 coffees, you know, in Detroit?
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely, I mean, of course, people go to Starbucks and things like that, but I think here, when it's not dollars, it's not your home currency.
Yeah. It
It's
feels
like
fake.
not real.
Yeah. It feels fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once
So-
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, when I first got here, I kind of realized this. So I started using like an expense tracking app to track all my expenses. Not because I was, you know, not because I was like tight for money so much, but I just wanted to know where the money was going.
Yeah.
How much was I actually spending on going out? How much was I actually spending on food? Because if I was back home, I'd be cooking probably 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
And here, I'm cooking 0 nights a week. So
Grab, Food Panda.
grab,
Yeah.
Same, but it was
Order.
here as also like cook by
easier.
myself. But when here, just like
Well, it's a lot more
Order.
expensive in the U.S. to order out. Like
Oh,
if you
of
like
course.
Uber Eats, for instance, you order a sandwich over there. Like when I went back just recently, I ordered a Jersey Mike sub. I don't know if you're familiar with Jersey
Yeah.
Mike's, the best subs ever. Which they need better sandwiches in Thailand, by the way. My order was $53 for a sub, chips, and a drink delivered, bro, with tip.
Jeez.
$53, which is what, almost 2,000 baht.
like maybe
yeah.
1,500 or
Different from
600.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one good thing now is I don't know about other currencies, but since I got here in 2019, I think back then the exchange rate was around 30 baht to $1, and now it's around
35.
30, 35, 36,
Yeah.
even
36.
37
Yeah.
to $1. So that's a huge increase in
difference for
value
sure.
if you're living here long term.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like that means your apartment is going to be 20% less
Right.
if you're making US dollars.
Right.
So that's why whenever people are talking about moving to Thailand, living in Thailand, and they want to work here, I think it's a much better idea to have some sort of income online or
Right.
from your home country and then just live in Thailand because
I wouldn't recommend trying to work here and have the income that they have here, because the average income here is nothing compared to what we have in the U.S. So if you can definitely make it work online, do that, or have a lot of money saved up before you come here, because you will get lost in the sauce. That's another thing. A lot of foreigners come here too. They have maybe 10K, 20K saved up, like USD. It's so easy to get lost in the sauce out here.
I see people ask online, do you think I could live in Bangkok on $1,000 a month, 35,000 baht a month?
Absolutely not.
I mean, listen,
not.
you could, but you're not gonna live how you
you're
want.
not gonna enjoy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a chance to party that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impossible. I can't walk out of my house on an average day without spending a minimum of 5K to
Yeah.
10K.
I would say though,
And that's not partying.
if you're like married or you know in like a long-term relationship and you're living out in the country or something,
That's different
then I
for
think
sure.
it's a lot easier to be on a much smaller budget because they're just not it's not there's not as many opportunities to spend money. There's no
There's no Sukhumvit
15K
Road
bottles out
Yeah.
in Isan, I think,
Yeah.
or maybe in Khon Kaen, I don't know. But it's just a lot harder there. And like everything from food to transportation. But I've seen prices go up a lot since I've been here.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody should come to Bangkok because it's cheap, but I do think it's still the best value compared to
True.
what you
for
get
sure,
for the
compared
money.
to the Western world versus here, but it's only if you have Western income. That's
Yeah.
the only.
Yeah, it's better to get the money from your country. But actually, if you're a foreigner, you mostly when you get hiring, you always also like higher salary than
Yeah,
Thai people
true.
compared to Thai people. For example, if you work as a manager in the restaurant here, because I've seen a lot, mostly you can get started for like 40K or 50K, and maximum could be 100K per month.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
But
I think
foreigner get a lot more than that.
But even at that rate, you figure, okay, 30K, well, 20 to 30K for a condo.
for the condo,
Right, so
but
you're
it's in
taking at
which
50K,
area?
yeah, but at 50K salary, now you're left with 20 to 30K a month
Yeah.
for food, for utilities, for phone, for partying. It's
So
nothing.
you
It's
might
zero.
need to do some extra job.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't take girl on a date to
Yeah.
like Fat Boy Izakaya, for instance, or Matza, or any of these nice restaurants. It's 4 to 5K easy just for 2 people, and that's you can't it's impossible on only 50K a month. So try to get Western income before you come here, and don't rely on Thai income by any means.
Yeah, the beauty of it is like even in my city of Boston, if you make let's say $75,000 a year, it's nothing in Boston. It's nothing. But here, even if you made 50,000, that it would go a long way.
Yeah, no, for
So-
sure. It definitely goes a lot farther.
Yeah.
But also, if you have the money to invest in Thailand too, Thailand still, it's a obviously modern city, or Bangkok, I'm sorry, modern city. But there's still so much room for improvement here, and for like companies like like bar restaurants, like Pastel, for instance, when Pastel first opened, they're killing it right now. So if you have the money to invest and you have the right idea and something sticks, I mean, you can make a lot of money here too. Obviously you have to go through all the legalities and all the hoops, but yeah, I mean, if you are willing to invest in Thailand, it's still a good place to invest in my opinion.
Do you think you'll be living here long term, or what do you?
I think that bro, the problem I'm having right now is I'm so bored with my time because I don't work here. I don't do anything here. So all I do is I wait to go out and party, or, like, we'll just say party, for instance, right? Like if I can find businesses that I want to open up here, like for instance, I want to do like a bar restaurant. I want to do like some, like just restaurants in general, or grab like food shops or whatever. If I can find something to dedicate my time to,
Let me help you out.
Unhealthy.
Hey guys, if you want to open a business and you need funding, write in the comments below your business idea, and then Jason can review it and get back to you.
Yeah, sure.
Dream, what about you? Do you want to live in Thailand forever? Or do you want to move outside somewhere?
I think living in Thailand is really good for me because like I love Thai food. I cannot miss Thai food. Like Thai food is the best thing in my life. So I can go travel to another country, but I later want to stay in Thailand.
I want to just ask you really quick, because you did move out of Thailand and move to Denmark with your ex-boyfriend a long time ago, right? Did you ever, were you homesick? Did you miss Thailand? Did you regret leaving? Or did you enjoy living outside and had no plans of returning to Thailand?
For me, on that time, I really it's opened my world. Like I'd never been in Europe,
right.
And I've been there. It's kind of fun. Like I meet like new friend, new environment, and new everything. It's kind of fun on that time that I've been there like almost like 6 months, 1 year or something like that. It's kind of cool, like new experience. So I can stay there and I can come back to Thailand. Like I don't know, like I can stay anywhere, like, but I prefer to stay in Thailand because like I have a lot of friends, family in here. So
yeah, it's home.
Yeah, it's home. Yeah.
Yeah, family is very important to Thai people, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. Maybe I'll see you at Baccarat sometime.
Yeah.
What time are you going? It's
Time to get food and get the party started.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to see more about living in Bangkok, where to go, how to know if you're talking to a ladyboy at 4 a.m., hit the subscribe button. Check out the Clips channel. It'll be linked below, and we will see you in the next video.